Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Since I have here this Toyota V6 engine 1GRFE nicely in parts, taking it apart, let's use it as a great example to learn how to set top dead center TDC on Toyota engines. And why you would like to find top dead center on the number one cylinder on your Toyota engine. You will always need it for a servicing. It will be mainly for the timing belt services. In this case, it's a timing chain service or general disassembly. If you are taking it apart, you want to have this engine timed on the number one cylinder top dead center. And in this video we will address every single Toyota engine. So in our case right here we have a V6 1GRFE. It's a 4-liter V6 engine and it has a timing chains. It's a motor engine. It's not a timing belt but a timing chain, and it has a variable valve timing. So for you on the V6s, you will remember this. This is the front crank and the main crank pulley, or the harmonic balancer, whatever you want to call it. So we call this a front of engine because the radiator will be right here and the cabin will be behind the engine. So if you look from the front, on the Toyota V6 engines, all of them, they will start cylinder number one. This is what we are interested. For the TDC top dead center, we are always checking cylinder number one. As it goes on this engine, this side, passenger side of the engine has a 1, 3, 5 cylinders. Therefore, it's a number 2, 4, 6. Correct? So you will remember V6 is 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. Or it was basically named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whatever is least confusing for anybody. Well, Peter, what's about the V8 Toyota engines? And all you have to remember that Toyota numbered the V8 engines the other way. This is no more 1, 3, 5, but it starts on the other side. I cannot tell you why the engineers did it, but this is how it goes. If this was a V8 engine, let's just pretend that we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 cylinders. There is a one more right here. If this is the V8, either that 4.7 liter or 5.7 liter, these legendary V8s, the number one is no more here. So on Toyota V8, you start with number one here. And it continues the same way. 1, 3, 5, and 7. Let's just pretend it's right here. Number 7. Therefore, in Toyota V8 engine, on the passenger side, it's 2, 4, 6, and 8. And again, there is somebody behind the computer saying, Peter, what's about the 4-cylinder engine? I have a 4-cylinder engine. Can you tell us how it's named, how it's numbered? Oh, I don't have it here. I serviced 4-cylinder engine this morning, but the person was waiting for the vehicle, so I had no chance to waste their time and film this on their vehicle. Therefore, we will pretend that we just opened the hood. Here is the radiator, and we have a small 4-cylinder engine right here. This is the passenger side, where the main crank pulley or the harmonic balancer is. It's always on the passenger side, because on the driver side we have that small transmission right here, because it's a two-wheel drive little four-cylinder car. So starting on the passenger side, standing behind the radiator, which is right here, we are looking at the car. There is the windshield right here and so on. The little four-cylinder, number 1 is right here, number 2, number 3, and number 4. This is how it is oriented on Toyota vehicles. I have already from the previous video, when we started this assembly and we started looking through the engine, trying to guess what is wrong with it. It was also seized, and you guys helped me to finally break it loose, so it started moving and rotating. So from the previous video I have it set on number 1. Look at that harmonic balancer, has that white mark right here. It's on the 0. I have it perfectly timed on the number 1 cylinder, top dead center, on the compression stroke. So I will show you right now how you can set it, because the engine, when you normally stop it, right, by the power of the normal running, it never stops in this position. This is important to, I guess, explain to the people who are learning this. This is for newbies, most likely only. All you professionals know how to do that, so we don't want to skip the details. When you turn off your engine, when you shut it off, it never stops in this position. So if you want to start those services which we mentioned, you have to rotate it in this position. This is what you will need to do this job. And to correctly find that TDC on the compression stroke, I used really long screwdriver, and in this case it's a 22 socket. On the smaller 4 cylinders like a Prius and so on, you will be using 19. These bigger engines are using 22. So the socket is for rotating the engine, and the long screwdriver is after you remove the spark plug, for feeling of the top of the piston. If I will check where the pistons are, this one is in the top because it's set there. But look at the other one. Look how far in that screwdriver went. Here, in, here, in. This one will be up. Oh yeah, barely went in, and this one will be down. Right? So the pistons are different positions. This one is in the top. Now I will let's randomly turn that engine, like pretend that it just stopped by itself. Just leave it like here, let's say. And how can you find that top dead center? It's very simple, but it's extremely important. So let's do it together. You are watching the white mark and the 0, which is right here. So if I also, it is important to say Toyota engines are always clockwise. Don't turn them the other way. That will be a huge mistake. So, not to be in your way, I will just move it here. Here is the white mark, and I need to put it on the 0. And if I match the 0 right here, I have the screwdriver all the way up. So I have found the top dead center on the number 1 cylinder. However, there is a little detail. You want to have it on the top dead center, number 1 cylinder, on the compression stroke. That will be the position where you will be taking apart doing timing belt or the timing chain. Let me show you a little detail. It doesn't matter that I have it perfectly here on the 0, and the screwdriver is showing me that the piston is all the way up. It's right before it will start going down. My timing marks are not set. If you look on the details here, here is that green paint and the mark. Here is the mark and the green paint. Can you see it? Oh, you can. So I'm in the wrong spot. I'm not on the compression stroke, and I don't want to disassemble this engine this way. Again, I have a mark here, I have a mark here, but if you look on the wheels, nothing is matching. So if you rotate the bottom one more time, we will actually get in that correct position. I will probably put you somewhere here so you can watch how that screwdriver is moving up and down and see all the details. So I will stand on the other side. Here is my white mark, and I will continue. Observe, as we discussed, the cylinder, the piston was in the cylinder at the very top. It's already going down. And I'm watching here because I want to stop at 0. And that's the second rotation on the harmonic balancer. This is coming up and it will stop. It will stop moving. It's right there. And I'm watching here that 0. Boom! I am on the 0. And let's go together right now to look if we have some timing marks. So we can really start taking this engine apart, which we want to do in different video. Hopefully tomorrow I will find the time. We will be already removing all this front. So what's about our timing marks? Well, voila, my friend, look at that. Here, right against it. If you look right here, there is a small point on it, goes towards to this little dimple here. What's about this one? Look at these two marks right here against it. Again, I see small dot right here, and it's almost perfectly aligned with this little part. So we successfully together reached the top dead center, or just if you use the letters TDC on the number 1 cylinder on compression stroke. This is the moment where you set the engine, if you want to start this assembly, and if you want to have everything perfectly aligned, considering you will be just replacing maybe the timing chains or the actuators, who knows what you are doing, right? And you will be putting this engine back together after that. If you need specific vehicle, try to find it on this channel, because most likely I have already filmed it for you. This was the video general for a newbies, which covers every single engine, 4-cylinder V6 and V8 made by Toyota. I hope you find this video helpful, you enjoyed it, and stay tuned. I hope tomorrow we will continue with this assembly of this engine. Thank you for watching. If you like it, give it thumb up, please. It always helps. And I will catch you in the next video. See ya.